patient. Oh my gosh. I need some fluid. Send me on. All right. So, let me type something in because we're going to get into it. Let me grab one more thing. Okay, I got that here. All right. Oh, my God. What a day. What a day. Okay. We're going to get into it. And whoever shows up today, you are going to benefit. How about that? You are going to benefit. So I'm throwing everything out the door of the energies. It's almost like something didn't want me to come on here to do this work today. So I had all kind of things blocking, me coming on to do this. And I'm like, got time for this. I'm going to take that washing machine and throw it out the window one day. Because it's so crazy. Okay, so I'm not one that does this very often. But today I'm putting this so if you would like to leave a donation, you can do that. And it has to be through Venmo. Okay. Okay, hold on. Trying to get my thing right. Okay. Let me turn my air on. I'm going to be heated up for sure. There. All right. So that's my Venmo, and you can leave a donation if you would like. If you decide that you want personalized codes for your treatment today. I'm stepping up the game, and I felt some of you like, where the hell is she? She was doing this and doing this, but Be So Light tried I had to really just dive in and start taking care of myself because I had just been really doing a lot, and I just needed to take care of myself. I really wanted to get my knee healed, get my nervous system back on track, and get the steroids out of my body and try to start flushing more. So I think the steroids that's been in my body to help with all the swelling with the knee and everything that's finally coming out. Lay down while. Oh, okay, cool. So make sure you have pen and paper if you want that. But especially, I'm so glad that you came on today because I was thinking about you all day yesterday. And we're going to get into some good healing medicine today on taking care of the self. We're going to talk about crystals. We're going to talk about water. We're going to talk about all the things that I'm passionate about and what I do. Okay? This is what my work is. I am a galactic spiral light priestess. That means that I had this beautiful modality fall into my lap. I work with the ancient pyramids on this planet. I'm not talking about grids. I'm just talking about I go in and I can tap into them. Okay? I work with the frequency with that. And I also teach others how to do that work. I work with the spiral energy of the colors and the frequencies and the codes and how to put that in. Now, those of us that are walking with this medicine and the practitioners have studied the spiral light, we are now anchoring in the anchor codes that can go with all the Rife codes, everything else that's all developed with codes of light. Okay, so I'm very excited about that. It's under the new program called SID. What is the stronghold? What is the interference? And what is the blockage? We're going there. So there's a lot of work that goes into the studying and prep to become a galactic spiral light priestess. And it's not taken lightly. And like I said, I'm very picky about who I take underneath my wing to give that knowledge to and to help them move into that position. So with that being said, I want you to just know that you're stepping into medicine today. Okay? Don't come up in here with your craziness and your entities having a bad thing. I'm not down for that. Okay? You're coming in here with a good heart. Please stay. I welcome you. But if you got all your little shabadad, all that stuff, take that with you. Go find another page. Go beyond. This is not the place to be. You don't want to do that here. Okay? I'm warning. Putting out that disclaimer. Do not come up in here acting cray-cray. The spirits and the ones I walk with will not like that, and they will see you. Okay? Now, with that being said and being offered on the table, let's move forward. So, gonna get started. Now, today's kin, the energy, I don't know if all of you are feeling it today, but the energy is a little bit on that pushing type of energy. So we are at, yesterday we had the birth one. Yesterday was a good day because it was a portal day, actually. How interesting. And these portal days are just sneaking up. And we have a portal day on Tuesday the 26th, so I definitely will be on for that. So, I'm going to talk about something. When we are in tune and in the flow, that's when things get healed. That's when things shift. That's when things will manifest faster for you and everything. So if you are someone that's been going through an illness, you've had some things happen to your physical body, we want to look at what was Spirit telling you what was being said in spirit that needed to be taken care of so that it doesn't manifest into the physical body. This is my forte because I went through that energy of not paying attention, not listening, not doing what I was supposed to be doing. I stayed in nursing and kept doing it and kept doing it to the point to where it really became hard on my body, to the point to where it made me ill being in it, because nursing, any profession that pulls on your energy a lot, or where you're at a stress, that fight or flight energy, doctors, healers, caretakers, um, police officers, fire department. Oh my gosh, fire department. Can you imagine that? Because they're constantly on this edge of, I want to get through the fire. I want to save who I got to save, keep myself safe so I can get back to my family if they have a family. I don't want a fire to take me out. I don't want to get burned. These are the kind of things that runs through a fireman's mind when they're rushing in to a fire. How do I know that? Because I I took care of a lot of firemen when I worked in the burn unit in the Bay Area in nursing. So when there was a blow up of some kind of gas stain or something happened, and they would bring those injured firemen in, that was first protocol. And then watching how, if they were going to move through the healing, how they were going to move out of the fear of what happened to them so they can get into the healing. A lot of times our healing is blocked because of the trauma that happened when it came into play. Okay? So today, let's journey going back to what was the cause of where you are now. Okay? What were the signals that were causing the problem and you ignored, and it happened in the physical? Now, let me reword this. It's not the point of ignoring. It's a point of we got busy and didn't take care of business with ourselves. Okay. We got busy taking care of everybody else, doing everything else before you took care of you. And now you're sitting in this place of, what the hell happened to me? How did I get here? I remember July 9th last year when I had that fall up the stairs and how hard my knee hit that concrete. I didn't feel it because I was on the steroid. Okay, I had that shot of steroid stuff. And then 2 months later, after it finally wore off, the truth surfaced of what the damage was. And now here we are. It's almost a year. By the time it hits July, it'll be almost a year. It took me that long to heal because I had to stop doing everything else. Trying to be there for everything else. Trying to keep going. Sometimes you gotta just stop. And this is where a lot of us, especially healers, we have the hardest time doing that. We have the hardest time. Because there's something inside of us that says, oh, if I stop doing it, I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. If I stop doing it, I'm not fulfilling my purpose. Or like all this head garbage starts going off. These old template tapes of how you think you're supposed to be functioning. and it's not true. And with everything of how we're shifting, we have to step out of that. We have to start really diving in and paying attention to, what am I upset about? What's hurting me? What's causing me pain? Why do I feel like this? Why am I angry? Why am I upset? Some of you, when you're going through a healing crisis in your life, you're freaking angry because it's messing up your schedule. I don't have this down on my schedule of this date that I'm going to have this complication and throwing down. And then all the other stuff comes in. Now I'm going to pay for this. Now I'm going to be out on disability. Now I got to worry about meds. Now I'm going to be better to stop. Pivot. This is where it's not good for the Ori. The mind. Because the mind gets all in there and the Ori of the mind gets all cloudy. You can't think straight. So what's going to happen? You're going to be thinking not straight, and not straight things are coming to you. We're stepping out of that. And today, with this kin being what it is, this is why I keep telling people, find out what your kin is, find out what your kin is. I'm going to keep saying it until you can't stand me saying it no more. Find out what your signature is so that you can start being in alignment with synchronicity. That takes you out of the old template of cycles and patterns of unawareness of who you really are. The more you decode yourself, the more you're ahead of the game. The more you know who you are. Period. So with this, it's the white planetary world bridger. Okay? It says, I perfect in order to equalize producing opportunities. I seal the store of death. With the planetary tone of manifestation, I am guided by the power of timelessness. Color is white. The planet is Mars. The throat chakra is on. And it's the Earth family cardinal. We do have a rune. Once you have a certain amount of thoughts or memories stored, then you can use your intelligence and your imaginal fertility to apply binary or analogical intelligence. Just to be able to apply your correct thoughts. I don't know why you got to say all them words just to say to apply your correct thoughts. Give me a break. So, alpha, beta information back here in the part of the head. Second mental sphere, subconscious, is here. And the third dimensional cosmic synchronicity. Okay, this is gate 291. Now, the rune is going to be this one. Supposed to be about joy. 115. Okay. Joy light. Oh my. Joy light. Okay, this rune is the fruit bearer branch. The term of tribal is ended, and you have come to yourself in some regard. The shift that was due has occurred. Now you can freely receive the Wenjo blessings, rather they have been in material gain or in the emotional life or in the heightened sense of your own well-being. This is an alchemy moment in which understanding is transmuted from acknowledge. This acknowledge itself was a necessary but not sufficient condition. Now you can rejoice, having been carried across the gap by the will of heavens. So joylessness is the new energy. Joylessness accompanies new energy blocked before now. Light pierces the clouds and touches the waters just as something lovely emerges from the depths. The soul is illuminated from within at the meeting point of the heaven and the earth, the meeting of the waters. There is new clarity which may call for you to renounce existing plans, ambitions, and goals. It is a proper and timely for you to do so. This rune is about restoration and self properly aligned with the self. Restoration. Okay, so let's get this started. I'll close this part out. And I just want everyone, before we step into the movement of activating some waters and things, I want you to think about some of the crystals, if you have any crystals, and I'm going to go through some of these. And I'm going to tell you why you should have some. This one is called a brown opal. Brown opal. This one is very grounding, very healing. It makes you take a deeper breath to breathe. Whenever you go through surgery, any type of injury, and you are convalescing and you're resting, this is the time you want to pay attention to your deep breathing, your fluid intake. You want to also make sure you are in a place of healing yourself, staying in a frequency that allows your body to take in that good essence of healing. Okay, so this is a very grounding stone, brown opal. I love brown opal. If you are a healer and you do a lot of healing work, you should have some smoky quartz. Working with a nice smoky quartz helps to transmute a lot of energy that might be moving through your body, especially if you're doing any kind of surgery where you're recovering. Smoky quartz works really good for that, as well as labradorite. Labradorite, holding a sphere of labradorite or an eggshell, like an egg-shaped type of labradorite, works really well, and it helps speed up your healing. Okay, so tissues come together and they stay together, and it forms a good healing. Trust me on this, especially lab. I did that when I had my histo. Went in for all the tumors and stuff to get rid of that. It was just crazy. And they had me on a PCA machine with that Demerol. And I was like, oh, I don't want all that. So it was funny, after they pulled me out of surgery, I came out of it and I'm there and I'm sitting there and I could feel the sutures and everything. And I'm like, oh. But I had my labradorite stone with me, and I just took it and laid it right there on my belly. By the next morning, now keep in mind, I was only on the Demerol, machine Demerol, probably for about the first 8 hours or so. 8, maybe 10. The next morning, I was all about, could you take me off of this, please? And they said, well, the doctor wants you to stay. I don't want to take me off of this machine. I'm good. So she comes in and checks on me because she hears me saying, take me off. She says, the nurses are the hardest ones to take care of because you got too much knowledge. And I said, can I get off of this? I don't need this Demerol anymore. I've already been up and walking. I'm already making my bed. Hell, I even made the patient's bed over there. And said, you're supposed to be resting, taking care of yourself. So I said, yeah, I know. So I had my labradorite on my belly, and when she came over to check my incision, I took the stone off, and she goes, oh, wow, that's a really pretty stone. And she touched it, and she goes, oh, my God, that's so hot. I said, yeah, it's doing some work with me. It's healing me. That's why I don't need that Demerol stuff right now. And so she's looking at the incision. She says, wow. It hasn't even been a full 24 hours and it's already sealed itself. And she kind of sits back and she goes, wow, you're rapidly healing. I said, uh-huh. And I take the stone and put it right back there, cover myself. I said, yeah, when can I get discharged? I'm like, blow this joint. When can I get discharged? So I say that because labradorite is a really good stone to work with. I don't want to grab. Here. It's not like I don't have any labbies. Your labradorite. Fire. I call this cosmic fire. Okay, the cosmic fire. Great stone to work with when you're healing the body. Awesome stone. Okay? Now, if you need a little something extra, then you're going to get your Super 7. Super 7 has 7 different type of stones that make it a Super 7. And one thing about a Super 7, it too is a super healer for the body. So that Super 7, when you're holding it, will work with you. Now, what if you say, oh, Felicia, I hold my stone, I don't feel anything, blah, blah, blah. Did you align with it? Did you turn it on? Did you say, hey, could you work with me? These are living parts of Mother Earth. These are her memory templates. These are her memory cells. This is part of her bones, her plasma. So when you tap on it and circle 7 times and push up on that 7, that turns on your stone. And then you're sitting and holding it, saying thank you for your healing. That stone will align with you. It already knows what to do. It's just waiting for you to align. Okay, so a Super 7, if you have it in bracelet form, a pocket stone form, you want to have that on you. A golden healer. Can't stress this one enough. This one is a nice one to work with. Golden healers are another one that's great for anyone that's going through healing. You're trying to get your strength back. A good healing stone. Excellent stone. Okay. A smoky quartz point or vogel. It's great for just going in and just moving the energy out. Clearing it, scooping it out and clearing, releasing it. You can actually feel this when it's doing its thing and releasing it. Okay? Yes, I just got my golden healer. Yes! Golden healers are awesome for that. So your Vogels, if you have one of these, that's what you're going to be like, getting rid of that. Let me scoop that pain out. Getting rid of that. When we talk about the heart, what's heavy on the heart? What's been painful with the heart? When we talk about lymphatic stuff, what's getting stuck, not moving? When we talk about stroke, what could we not take anymore and we just charged out? Circuits overload. Fried ourselves. Those energies take place in the spirit, coming in as a gentle warning of an alertness to say, hey, need you to pay attention. And then when we go past that marker and it hits the physical body, now we are down. Now this is time to be still. Now this is time. You don't get in a place of guilting, shaming yourself, thinking you did something wrong. You don't do any of that. You now surrender. And that is hard. That's hard, especially if you're a go, go, go person and you gotta go. That's hard. I know. But guess what? You got to surrender. Anything that we do, and when it comes to changing something in our lives and things aren't moving right and it's just not going well, sometimes you just got to surrender. We got to get right in our aura here. If this is all messed up, we can't think, we can't hear, we can't see, we can't get clear on what we need to do as the next step. And so what happens, you get stuck in all of this chaotic energy that's not serving you. That's just really causing you disharmony. So, one of the numbers I want to give you, lovely, and I want to say thank you to all of you coming in. Please put thumbs up on the video because I do want this to get out there and reach those who might be seeking it. So, put likes on the video, please. The code that I'm going to give you is going to be 891425. That is for recovery of the heart. Okay. So 8914325. Activate. Right there. I hear you. You were just like, wait, I gotta get him a glass of water. Okay. That is recovery in the heart. That's the frequency for that. Okay. So we're going to move into some higher frequencies. And I want all of you to just move it to my listing thing. So I wrote some down that I wanted to use. Okay, so we're going to do one for anything where you're feeling like, let's do one for just general being inflamed in the body. You know how you don't like that? I did say that. I'm tuned in. I might not be sitting next to you, but I'm tuned in. And that's because who walks with me? My family, my beloved ones. Yeah. That's why a lot of people don't get me. I freak them out because when I walk into a room, they feel all of this. That's everybody coming with me. You think I'm going to tell my young sisters, oh, I'm sorry, you're making everybody feel uncomfortable. You can't come with me right now. I don't know. I couldn't say that to them. Zip it. So, and I got goosebumps all over me as I'm saying that. They're all like, yeah. My grandmother, thank you, Grandma. She, whenever I would be working with people and doing body work with them, she would come into the room and I would feel her and I go, oh, Grandma, your hair. She go, yeah, this one, this one got a problem down the spine, off to that shoulder right there. She ain't telling you about that. I said, really? So I would guide my hand down. She go, now push over there and press in. I press in and the person go, oh, wow. How did you find that one? I've been having problems there. I said, oh, my grandmother's hair. My grandma's hair. Now, there was a lady that I worked with, and she was a police officer, and she would always come in and see me. She had a really bad at-home accident out in the field, and I leave out the door. Yes, it's time to go. She had an accident at home out in her garden area, and so she was going through recovery. And I was working on her one time, and my grandmother came in, And she said, "Oh, no, no, no. This one, she got this going on over here. This got missed when she was getting checked, and they haven't found it yet. Tell her this so that she can get this checked." So I went, like my grandmother told me, pressed in. Then I told her about it, that she needed to get checked for something else. And she went and followed through, and she came back the following session and told me, "Oh my God, yeah, that was what it was, and they missed it. Thank you so much." So every time she would come in, she'd be on the table and she'd be like, "Is grandmother here today?" I said, "But I'm pretty sure she's going to show up." So, yes, it's time to roll, time to go. So we got that first one. So for anyone that's dealing with general inflammation in the body, you're feeling inflamed. The way you do this with your water, say like this is my water and aloe right now, okay? So you put your glass up to the camera. If this is your first time trying this, you never had this before, everyone else that knows that I do this, they know what to do. I always tell you to taste your water first. Taste it, okay? You're going to taste your water and you're going to be like, "Oh, okay, it tastes like water." Then when I pass the frequency and shoot it into that water, then I'll tell you to drink it. And then you're going to feel the difference. I love what I do. That's probably my most fun, to know that I can do that. Anywhere, everywhere, around this planet, I can do that. I love doing that. And water, depending on where it is, even in your body, I can just get that like that. What's the famous words those young people say all the time? They can say, "Oh, because I can." There. So, general inflammatory, if you're having that, it's going to be 43, 14, 223. Activate, disseminate, divinely align. Okay, for those of you that's having that problem. Okay, we got another one. I want those of you that are having some hair loss issues because your stress has been high, your body's been stressing out, and you've been maybe experiencing a little bit more hair problems. This is for your hair. Even when you've been ill, you've been on meds, and I'm not trying to diagnose, I'm not a doctor or anything, but I know from my own personal thing, when you are detoxing, you got to get the anesthesia out of your body, you got to get all the drugs out of your body that's making you feel kind of sluggish and slow. That's a part of the stress that comes out through the hair. So we are going to look at for loss of hair. This is what this is. So your glass of water is being held up there. Here we go. 11, 23, 8, 84. Activation. Divinely aligned. Okay, just take that in. Breathe that in, breathe that in. And I think when I grab my attunement cards, where are you guys? There they are. Because I put a lot of attunement frequencies on my cards. This one is for accelerated healing. And this is a very long code. So if you have your glass of water, this is a very long code. And then we're going to do another one that I haven't really used a lot. And it's called the 514. So get that water ready. So you're probably saying, "Can I keep drinking the water if it's overly?" Yes, because we do what we call super coding. We run the codes together and allow the body to pick out what it needs, because water and water talks to each other. Okay, so the water, the sacred waters of your body will talk to the sacred waters within the glass. We call our water sacred. Doesn't matter what's going on. When we speak over it, we make it that. We call it that. Okay? So this is a long code, and this is for acceleration in the body. Okay? So take a deep breath in, exhale it out. Make sure your glass of water is up here. Here we go. 519, 606, 901, 319, 519, 418, 319, 818. Activate. Align. That's a big one. Okay. So that one is probably going to make the water feel like air. This one is a purple light activation. It's kind of like it goes through and starts kind of like cleansing out the system. Okay. Here it comes. 514, 514, 514, 514, 514, 514, 514, 514. Activate. Divinely aligned. Okay, that's that purple light activation. Breathe that one in. Breathe. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. I'm doing what I do best. Okay. Breathe. Okay, we're going to work on clearing some blockages. So if your water is up, you got blockages that are going on, like you can't get your aura working good. You got too much going on. Let's clear that. Take in a nice deep breath. Twelve, 12, 12, 12. Activate. Divinely align, activating, accelerate, amplify. Okay. Now that's for clearing blockages. Drinking that in water. So if you have a glass of water and you already have like 3 or 4 frequencies, you're good. Drink that water. If you want to keep loading it up, remember the water already knows what it's going to do. The codes have already been sent to you. If you're in here, you're getting those codes. I'm already talking to your body. I'm already saying, hi, I'm sending the codes. I'm already telling the water, hi, take the codes in, allow the one to drink the water. There you go. Okay? Okay, let's see what else comes up. Breathe. Okay, we're going to do the heart activation, which is the sacred heart activation. I'm going to bring that in. When I have a session like this and I do it like this, the whole rest of my day, I'm like in the ethers, like, hi, how's it going? Yeah. It's kind of like doing Reiki on a high speed. Like, I can't even describe it because it's not as the same thing. It's not like a Reiki thing. It's in divine protection, but it's a bliss. It's that feeling good. Okay, let me see. I think we're gonna do. Okay, we've got Sacred Heart. Let me find another one I want to do. Oh, We're going to align the chakras. Let's put that one in there. Oh, let's increase the intuition. You guys want that? You want that? You want that? Who wants the intuition? Put love hearts in the frame there. You want your intuition to be stronger? Do you want some attunement of the self? Do you guys want one of those? It's a really super long code. Do you want one of those? Put a love heart. Let me see some hearts. Okay. Do we need to do anything on forgiveness? I think we do. Okay, I'm going to give you those. That's enough codes. If I give you too much, you'll be like, oh! Okay, so let's do forgiveness first. Let's do forgiveness. Okay, if you have to do a forgiveness of something and you need to get to forgive someone, forgive a person, place, or thing. What is the person, place, or thing that you need to forgive? What is it? What's that person, place, or thing you need to forgive? Thank you. Here it comes. 77, 66, 55, 31, 1. Finally align, accelerate. 77, 66, 55, 33, 1. And it looks like this. Okay, got the forgiveness energy in. Okay, let's move in and do the chakra alignment. This is another long code. Remember, you can place your water up. And one thing about this medicine, you can come back to this video and just watch this activational part and get it activated in water again, or you drink down to that much of your water left in your glass, fill it up again and just say activate again. Okay, align the chakras frequency. Here we go. 888 9 888 8 78 888, and then 1 8 9 10 13 28 77 41. Activate. Divinely aligned. Okay, and it looks like this. Okay, is everyone doing okay? I know these are a lot of codes, right? It's kind of like I'm doing it because I want to do it. Do a lot of it. Because you need it. Okay, is everyone okay? Okay, we're going to step into increased intuition. Then we're going to go into the attunement of the self and then finish out with the Sacred Heart. Okay, here we go. Take a breath in. $35, 986. Activate. Divinely align. Accelerate. And it looks like this. Okay, we're going to do activate the powerful attunement. Another long code. Get ready. Just breathe this in. Everyone, I just want you to visualize this beautiful diamond white light energy with golden spirals all the way in it as it comes all the way down from the top of your head all the way down to the tip of your toes, down to Mother Earth and grounding and centering you. Taking a nice deep breath, breathe in. Exhale it out. Here we go. 8, 408, 7908, 1302, 45854, 622, 87, 1, 11, 11, and 8. Activate. Divinely aligned. Accelerate. Amplify. Yeah. Okay, breathe that in. Okay, last one. Everyone just breathe. You should feel warm. You should feel like floaty. It's a lot of frequency codes. Breathe. Sacred Heart activation. Another long code. And this one I want you to just bring both. See, how do I want you? Take your left hand up. Take your right hand to your heart. Okay? Or either like this. You can bring it to the camera like this. Okay? All right. Here is your Sacred Heart activation. Breathe in. Here we go. 69, 69, 69. 11, 11. 888. 08080. 888. 11, 11. 69, 69, 69. Activate. Divinely align. Accelerate. Amplify. Stop. Breathe. May the divine hearts in alignment be aligned. With the Sacred Heart. Breathe that in and it looks like this. Okay, that's a lot of frequencies. If you are just joining us and you like to work with the frequency waters of what my thumbnail was showing, there's frequencies that you'll have to go back for, and make sure you put your glass of water up to the camera to receive it. And then on the last few, you can put your left hand up to receive the codes coming through as you are receiving it into the heart. And that's the Sacred Heart. So that sacred heart activation, if there's a lot of blockages there, wounding, emotional pain, grieving, things that haven't been dealt with, that frequency is going to go through and just unwind it. And you'll probably feel yourself feeling like you got a burp, cough, or you feel this that energy where it's pushing up and it's releasing. And it's basically just take that. If you feel like this energy that's balled up in it, just take it and say, I release this. I don't have to know where it's coming from. I don't have to know what it was dealing about. I don't have to know how many years ago I got this. I'm going to just release it now. I'm releasing it now. And let it be transmuted and neutralized. And then receiving divine love, divine diamond white light from Source Creator into that heart space. And just feeling it intertwining and moving through the heart space as it's bringing in that higher calibrated heart, bringing in that centeredness, that peace, and taking the heaviness off the heart, taking that heaviness off the chest, and breathe. Exhale it out. Okay, the floor is now open for anyone to ask for a frequency for themselves. I will give you some time, and if I do not see anyone asking, I will close that part of that medicine and we will move on. Now's the time. Anyone have a request for something? I got my right codes right here. Although that was a lot of codes. Okay, that was a lot of frequency codes. You are welcome. Do you feel that? Did you feel that energy coming through? Good, good. Marty's, yes. Natural Heaven 3754, did you feel that energy coming through your heart? Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Oh, you're fine. Oh, you're fine. Yeah. What happens when I'm sending it? It's on its way. It's going to find it because what? I gave the command. I said, I'm getting goosebumps all over me. I gave the command of where the frequencies need to go. That's why I love what I do. I really do. I love the fact that somebody over in Europe somewhere needs a glass of water charged. Guess what? I don't have to mail you the bottle of water that's going to cost an arm and a leg in tariffs to give it to you. I will tell you, get your glass of water and let's have a session right now. I'll go ahead and send you the codes. And there you go. Free. This is a true airdrop. Bam. I never thought I'd be so happy to say that because when I first started, I was like, oh, I want to make my elixirs and, I want to be able to mail them off. And now with all the high costs of mailing stuff, one thing was $10, $14, all this craziness to mail something. I go and I pass that up. All you have to do is have a containment glass with the water in it, and I can do the rest and send it to you. I like that song. There's a song called Send It. Send It. And guess what? Didn't have to put a stamp on it. Didn't have to go get weighed. Didn't have to go to the post office to do it. You didn't have to sit and wait. Oh, God, when am I going to get it? I really could use it right now. You didn't have to wait for that. I did it right there in real time for you. So there was no, where's my package? Did bring the package? Did the mail come yet? There's none of that. I airdropped it. There you go. Don't you just love it? That's what we should be doing. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So, is there anybody feeling any questions about anything? If you got some kind of blockages, because we're going to step into the next part of medicine. We're going to talk about money. Blockages. Money blockages. Which was one of my biggest issues in life. Oh my God. But I'm going to talk about it in a different way. And this is the one where you're going to want your journal. Okay? All right. I haven't even done all this in my private group yet. So the ones that are in here from the private group, they're going to be like, what? I know. So I put in the group, in the community, about that video I was telling you about when a woman has been dishonored and how it can mess with the money. Okay? Now we can take that and look at it in a really broad spectrum. Okay? My sights still hurt, sore, mostly grateful. Most change after dose. Good. The water is going to help you. The water is going to help you the most. It's going to help you the most. Take a deep breath in. Watch this, you guys. And hold the breath. Look. Turning light per millisecond. Exhale it out. Amplify. Bring the pain down. Thank you. Okay, there. I just blued you. Blue is the color that helps with pain. Also brings in calmness. Okay. Forgot my train of thought where I was. Oh, the money. Okay. So I want you to think about something. What is the struggle that you're seeing that creeps up about money? Okay? Right now, all of us are saying this one thing. Everything is going up, but I don't have all of the currency to keep up with what's going up because it's the games, because they're doing it on purpose. Once you see what the energy is, you can call it out for what it is, and then you can move yourself accordingly of what you need. Okay? So it still steps into going back through the bloodline and clearing a person, place, or thing issue with money. If it was something that was done with a grandmother or a mother where it was not feasible to have money, or you can't make money, or all women, we need to break all the energy template contracts with, because you're a woman, you're going to be paid less. That's a template out there that is governed in all of our energies, because being a female, we're looked upon, you're going to be paid less. So that contract right here, right now, in this moment, take a deep breath in. If you are a woman watching this video right now, take a deep breath in, hold the breath. Exhale it out and say it is now released, neutralized, deactivated. The contract energy timeline of being a female means I am being paid less money. Done. Breathe. Exhale it out. Watch how your aura starts to feel. Your head space, your heart space. Okay? Okay, so in your journal, I want you to really look at the energy of where do you struggle with the money? Is it making the money, having the money, or having abundance of it? Then I want you to put underneath that, wherever in my bloodline, in my family bloodline, where this first started, I now command to clear that first interference of not having enough money to be now cleared. All the way from the time that it was first done, all the way up to now. I now command it so. It is clear, it is deactivated, it is voided, it is neutralized. It is transmuted. And then we're going to add a little bit more. It is transmuted across all dimensions, all timelines, all ancestry timelines, all mother and father timelines, right now, neutralized. It is even neutralized galactic-wise. Neutralized. Okay? Breathe. Inhale. Exhale it out. So wherever you have been feeling that, you know, with us moving into our newer currency, we have to vibrate in that. Okay? We have to move into that. If you are female, you are going to be governed by the 888 energy that moves through you, that creates the looping, receiving, giving, receiving, giving, receiving, giving. Okay? To pull it down, to receive it. Pull it down, to receive it. To bring it into your space. So that energy stays in your energy field. Now, here's the thing. Once we clear those contracts that we just spoke of just now, you can't come back and say, oh, I don't have any money. Oh, I don't have enough money. You can't say that. Because as soon as you say that, you're undoing what you just did. Delete that. Neutralize that. Thank you. So, you now say, I'm currently aligning myself with the amount of currency that needs to come in. It's on its way. That is already knowing it's there. It's already coming in. So now you're leaving it up to the universe to make sure to step in, to follow through with what you just said. Because you weren't begging. You weren't pleading. You weren't making it a want. You didn't say that. You just simply said it's already on its way. You're already acknowledging it's on its way. And it's going to show up. And if you're bold enough, you'll say it's going to show up today. And don't think nothing else about it. Don't get in your head. Don't start scrambling it up. And don't be using an old thought process to try to analyze it and overthink it. Just done. You have to practice being in that moment and energy, because it's new to you if you're not used to it. And really using that throat chakra and saying what you really mean and meaning it. Okay? So, any questions about that part? Any questions? I just love that. Nope, got it. Okay, perfect. All right, everyone just taking a nice deep breath. Exhale it out. Okay, this next part that I'm going to do, we're going to close the medicine with this. So if you're still here watching this video, and even if you're watching it later, you're going to like this part. But I'm not going to go through each one of these and tell you. I'm just going to say the numbers of these energy bubbles, these cells. Okay? Okay. Just breathe. Inhale, exhale. We're going to start at your feet. We're going to bring this energy all the way up through the root. We're going to say in seal 1, we ask that you now correct and move out any blockages. In seal 2, we ask now that you correct and move out any blockages. In seal 3, we ask that you now correct and move out any blockages. In seal 4, we now ask that you correct and move out any blockages. In seal 5, we ask that you correct and move out any blockages. In seal 6, we ask that you now correct and move out any blockages. In seal 7, we ask that you now correct and move out any blockages. In seal 8, we ask that you now move out any blockages and correct itself. Seal 9, we ask that you now move out any blockages and correct itself. Seal 10, we ask that you now move out any blockages and correct itself. Seal 11, we ask that you now move out any blockages and correct itself. Seal 12, we ask that you now move out any blockages and correct itself. Take a breath in, hold the breath. Exhale it out. Activate all nexus organs. Clear all disharmony and distortions. Clear all disharmony disruptors. Clear all strongholds from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Breathe. Vagus nervous system, reset. Ethereal fluid cells. And all fashion needs to now release stuck energy. Silver light. Spiral in around each person as watching with their permission of healing of the divine self. Breathe. All right, and in closing, we are going to do the faces of a Shun and a astral card and wrap it up. I hope all of you enjoyed this. If you are just coming in, please go back to the beginning because there was a lot of information given at the beginning. So our astral star code card is symbiosis. Wow, symbiosis. The symbolism, the symbols. Okay, and then we move into our Shuns and we ask in closing, I love the back of the cards. What is for our today? Oshun, number 43, divine synchronicity, unexpected blessings and hope. This is Oshun of miracles. There we go. And she is going to go ahead and close this out with that beautiful energy. And her affirmation for this under 43 is I manifest miracles. I manifest miracles. Yes, she does. Yes, you do. All right, lovelies. It's been my pleasure to show up here on this day, on a Sunday, and give you some love. Bring some light to you. And you know what? It just takes time to heal. It really does. And you need that energy to heal the body. You need to heal the self. So enjoy the codes. Remember, you can come back and listen to the video again. Go straight to the coding section and load up those codes. Get the energy activation again if you wish. It is timeless. You can do it. I left my Venmo thing. If you want to donate something, you can. It's not. Don't be getting crazy with it. I'm not asking for $100. I'm not that. But if you want to donate, you can donate. Keep it simple. Other than that, I want each and every one of you to just be good to yourself. Be in the moment. The energy is sky high right now, and there are going to be people losing their minds. And just know that. But you stay centered, and remember those stones I was talking about. Brown opal is awesome. Love it. Even if you just need some regular quartz to work with, to just work with quartz. That works good with your body. You can program your quartz to do what you want it to do. Work with the cell. All right? All right. Make sure you have some shungite at hand. You know, keep your energy clear. Keep your space clear. All right. So with that being said, thank you so much for joining me here on Be So Light, like, and subscribe. And if you have a request or something, let me know. I do have the life treatment also, if you're interested in that. And that's the one that I put you into the system. It sends out a biofeed to you wherever you are, and it sends it straight to you. That is a more private thing because you have to give me your address where you personally are. So when I send it, you're getting it. So it works that way. And I take a nice payment for that. If you want to have a session for that, it's reasonable. It's nothing crazy. It's just me sitting and reading what this readout is of what's going on in the body. And then I'm able to go through and just say, okay, that needs to go, that needs to go, that needs to go. Let's bring it back into harmony. Let's bring it back into balance, and you will feel the difference. Okay. All right. With that being said, many hugs and kisses to all of you. Be good to yourself. Much love. I will see you. If not tomorrow, I will see you definitely on Tuesday because we have a portal day. So, gonna have to activate a portal. All right, much love to all of you. Be good to yourselves. Stay hydrated. Stay in your light. Eat well. Sleep and rest. And just be. Much love. Bye.